I'm going to go over the basics of the color menu. Um, this is pretty simple and it was all covered in the overview. But just in case you don't have time for a 15-minute video, here's a more condensed one. Okay, so you can open up the color palette. It's the second icon from the right. It is a colored ball. And if you click it, it pulls up the color palette. And so first off, you have your color selector. You can pick whatever color you'd like. Um, there's a grayscale selector as well, and then there's black and white by themselves. Um, and then there's this one that looks like a slight little gradient, and that is actually it actually clears the dots out. It's actually kind of an eraser. Uh, So that can be useful if you need to just touch up a little spot. I'm gonna trash this, and I'm gonna hide the our background image. Now, if you click these three little dots right here, you can toggle in between background color select and dot color select. So if the box itself is the glowing part, then the background is selected. If the dots are the glowing part, then the dots are selected. Okay, so you can change the background color, which is kind of fun. Um, let's go with dark blue, and then you'll see that when you switched out, that dark blue fell into our color select or our swatch history um, gallery down here at the bottom. So we could select that. We as we draw, like as we pick colors, they fall into this gallery. So it always keeps a history. This is useful when you need to go back and pick a color that you've already chosen. Um, uh, so I'll trash that. And so the opacity slider, it works similar to how you would expect the opacity to work. It makes the dots come in faded. Um, it's very useful. And then we have the hardness, and this will make the dots have faded edges. Um, you can see the edges fade. It's a little difficult to see that if the dots are small. So that's why I made the dot size a little bit bigger. Um, but it's even good to just have a little bit of fade. Kind of gives a little authentic feel. It kind of blends into the background a little bit better. All right. So what else do we have? I'm gonna make the dot size big again. You have a blend mode selection, and I'm gonna pick glow because glow is the coolest one. It makes the dots glow, and the darker the dot, the more present the glow is. Um, I'm a big fan of this glow brush. I think this glow brush could be a standalone application by itself. Um, so you have some other modes in there. Of course, we have normal, we have overlay. Take a look at what that does. Um, For the sake of this, I'm going to shut my draw image off that was covered in the image control lesson. So now I'm just drawing dots. But as you can see, the way that the dots now react to the dots, like the dots I'm putting down react to the dots that are already on the page. It kind of just gives them a little bit of a color overlay. We also have screen. This will get our dots bright brighter and brighter as we draw with it. Although I don't think it works exactly the same as Adobe's um, screen mode does. I think it's really more like a lighten, and we do have lighten. So let's see. I'm not sure if there's a difference. These are default Android blend modes, and they don't seem to work exactly how I'd like them to. So maybe I'll have to make some custom ones, or maybe I can find somebody else's. Darken will make the dots darker, um, and then glow, as I already went over, and clear mimics what this invisible, or what the I showed you over here with this one. Clear will do the same thing as that. So it doesn't matter if you have a color selected. If clear is on, it's always going to be making your dots go back to the background color. And you can see that that's not the same as putting a blue color on, because if I go and then I change my background, those dots that I just erased remain erased, whereas some of the stuff I haven't erased remains the same. I think that covers everything. As I said, your palette, your history palette starts to build. Your swatch history palette, very good way to just go back to colors you've already selected. Let me get this off of clear mode. Okay, that covers that. Thank you for testing. Thank you for watching.